What is the deal with gold and silver IRAs? Is it really possible to take some of the funds from your retirement account and put them into physical gold and silver? Well, the answer is yes, but can you do this safely? Here is an article that came out in July of 2023. The headline reads, "A precious metals scam ripped off silver buyers to the tune of $113 million. Instead of the assets, customers' boxes contained IOU slips." Here's another article that came out more recently in December of 2023. Federal investigation is looking for at least $75 million in missing silver and gold from a Delaware warehouse. Most of these investors were elderly people, says the court-appointed receiver overseeing First State Depository. They were investing their savings. It's tragic. And if you look in the picture here, on these shelves right here, no silver and no gold. So they were just lying to their customers. This is terrible. Now, if you can avoid these outright scammers, what about the other IRA companies who are selling you overpriced collectibles? Now, in my opinion, when you're stacking, you should be getting bullion, gold and silver with the lowest premium possible. You should not be buying overpriced, slabbed, graded coins. Now, these can be fun to buy, but why would you ever put those in your retirement account? It doesn't make any sense to me. I think I finally found a solution. Now, I've been buying gold and silver from SD Bullion for about 6 years now. They're my favorite online dealer that I purchase from. Well, they just recently started their own IRA vault, and I had the opportunity of talking to their CEO in the vault about the IRA process and what they do differently. Now, before I get to the interview, I just have to say I was very impressed with their setup, with the way that they could, with precision, make sure that everyone's metals were allocated to just them. They were completely separate from one another in the sense that there's no overlap. There's no possibility of your metals getting mixed in with someone else's. And the security there was insane. I would feel 100% confident storing my metals and all of the metals of my entire family and friends there forever. With that being said, let's get to the interview. All right, so I'm here with Chase, the CEO of SD Bullion, and we are in the new IRA vault, yes?
Yep. A special wing that you can only see just this tiny portion of it for security reasons, but this new wing that we have is all for the IRA business that we just launched earlier this year.
So tell me about it. Can anyone sign up for an IRA and store their metals here? How does that work?
Yeah, if you're interested in putting physical precious metals inside of a retirement account, we now have a service to do that. So if you have an existing IRA, if you have an existing 401k, some of those are qualified to also go into physical. You could also start, if you don't have an IRA right now, but you want one and you earn income, you can start an IRA and invest in physical precious metals. And so we just launched a service earlier this year. The idea of a self-directed IRA going into physical precious metals has been around for a long time. In our industry, unfortunately, it's kind of the model's very old. You still got the old, very, we're going to call you and try to pump you these high premium products, very expensive products. And so we've been working on the service now for 2 years. It's much more integrated, a lot more user-friendly, where we can just take your application online, do things like that. And now we're able to sell bullion at the prices that we sell at SD Bullion right on our website inside an IRA. Just to give you an example, this last week we just had a customer call one of the main IRA companies that's been around for a while, and we beat their quote by $60,000.
Wow, so they had a crazy premium on the metals they were selling them.
Yeah, so the amount of physical that we're able to give the person for the same amount of fiat that they're going to invest was around 40% more.
Wow.
And we see this on a regular basis now.
Now, is the IRA through you guys directly, or how does that work?
What you have to do is you have to set up a self-directed IRA.
Okay.
This allows you, that's step one. That allows you to direct your funds basically where you want them, in this case, in physical precious metals. Now, historically in our space, there's usually three parties involved. You need the bullion dealer, you need the depository, and you need the self-directed IRA piece. So what we've created is a 3-in-1 solution. So now you can call us, we can take your information over the phone, we'll send you via email, you e-sign. Now that gets your self-directed IRA set up. From there, you just buy bullion just like you would from our website. It goes into the IRA account and is stored right here where you're standing right now. So we have it all under one roof, one party. We handle everything for you.
By the way, we didn't mention it in the video, but these boxes behind Chase can each hold up to 30,000 ounces of silver, and there were quite a few of them in there. So a lot of people are already taking advantage of the gold and silver IRAs through SD Bullion. Okay, let's get back into it. So what metals qualify? I mean, you said you can buy them off the website, but can I buy anything off the website or just certain metals?
Not anything. It is an IRS regulated product, right? So they're going to have their own regulations for it. It's going to be most of the products that you're probably used to buying. A lot of the silver bars, silver coins, silver eagles, silver maples, for example. All those are IRA approved. Not every product is IRA approved, but if you go to our website, we have silver, gold, and platinum broken down into IRA approved categories. That way it's easy for you to go online, see what you can put inside your IRA. So there's a lot of people right now, Dragons, that they're getting on in their years, and they're looking at the world and the economy and what's going on, and they're looking at, you know, this balloon of retirement that they've built up in their retirement account, working, 40 plus years. And we have a lot of people calling us saying, you know what, I'm going to take 10 to 20% of that and put it into something safe, right? Put it into something physical, not the paper stock, not the paper gold, not paper silver, but something physical stored right here that's in your name, in your IRA account. So we have people doing that on the regular basis now. And this gives you the ability to take what you've worked your entire life for that's in this protected IRA account that you don't have access yet to because you hit the age, or maybe you're doing distributions. It allows people to get into this safe haven investment into physical, and people are really excited when they find out they can do that. And essentially, it's really simple. All you're doing is setting up a self-directed IRA. You roll over the funds you currently have in there, and with these new funds, these self-directed funds, you can buy physical precious metals with, and we'll help you from step one all the way through.
Yeah, it seems like a really cool thing, and honestly, being able to store your metals here seems like a big advantage to me. Yeah. I mean, I've walked through the security, I've seen all the armed guards and everything. I mean, this is like one of the safest places I feel like I've ever been my whole life. Yeah. So if I was going to put my metals in a self-directed IRA, I would certainly want them here in this vault.
For what we believe at our core, we're bullion stackers ourselves. Our own metal is in here, our own, and it's always going to be segregated. That's something that we believe in. We're not ever going to commingle your metals with anybody else. It's always going to be under your name, separated just for you. The other thing that separates us from a lot of people, if you're looking at IRAs, is we actually are our own depository. There's not many dealers out there that actually have their own depository. They're just brokering other depository services. They're just a middleman. Right? When you buy and deal with SD Bullion, your metal goes from where you just were over to here in an IRA scenario and back. It never has to leave the building, right? And so that's a huge advantage to working with SD Bullion, is that we do it all. We have it all under one roof. We have our own depository. You're working direct with the depository. If you go with a lot of bullion dealers, even the big boys out there, it's not their depository. So you actually have to call them so they can call a depository to do whatever you want. At SD Bullion, it's all here.
It seems like, too, the fees will be lower because it's all in-house, and just an overall better process and better for the customer at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, think about if you want to call and sell your metal in the future. You call us, you sell it, we move it from here to there, right? We don't have to box anything up. We don't have to ship it anywhere because it's all right here. So the efficiencies that we're able to have, it's huge for the customer. And if people want to learn more about the process and everything, you guys on your website, there's a special place they can go, correct? Yeah, just go to sdbullion.com. Under the resources tab, there'll be an IRA tab there. And, go through the information there, but give us a call, 1-800-294-8732, extension 4. And our specialists are going to be able to help you navigate the process. For some people, it's really simple. There's a lot of things that can be into it depending on the custodian where your money is held now. For most people, it's really simple. For some people, there's a little bit more hand-holding. But we've helped people get into IRA accounts, funded, physical metal on the shelf in as little as 6 days.
Wow, that's incredibly fast.
Normally, on average, you're probably looking at somewhere between 4 to 6 weeks. And if you work with other dealers, you should expect 2 to 3 months, again, because they have to work with all the parties. When you call us, we are the only party you have to work with.
Wow, that was so incredibly cool to be able to talk with Chase Turner, the CEO of SD Bullion, about their new gold and silver IRA solution. Now, here's the thing. I'm not a financial advisor. I just make videos here on YouTube for entertainment and education, but to be able to go down there myself and see their process, how they store everything, and their security, I mean, my goodness, it just blew my mind. So if you want to get a self-directed IRA set up, the first step is to just give them a call with all of your questions. The phone number again is 1-800-294-8732, and then hit extension 4 to be able to talk to them about the IRAs specifically. Now, if you have any other questions for me, you can certainly put those down below in the comment section, but I am not a specialist. The best way to get your questions answered is to ask them directly. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I do sincerely appreciate it, and I'll see you all in my next one. Silver Dragons out.